Hello and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. It's your girl, Milagros here. And today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions, setting intentions for your year, and then how do you manage that on a much smaller scale. I had a few women who reached out to me and asked me to share more about goal setting. And I want to keep this really simple, and I want to keep it from getting like too strategic and lists and checklists and right. Now, don't get me wrong. I love lists. I love my checklists. I love strategy. I do. But I find that a lot of people, when they get caught up in that, it becomes so overwhelming that they just walk away rather than, tackle the issue or whatever the thing is. So I want to focus on setting intentions for the year and then focusing on today. So again, you want to set intentions for your upcoming year, but you want to only focus on today. And there's a good reason why you want to do that. When we focus on the big dream, the big outcome, we're constantly in a mental place where we're looking at the fact that we don't have it. And we're waiting for that thing to happen before we can become, before we can enjoy, before we can be happy, before we can whatever. A lot of people have a tendency to do that. So instead, what I prefer to do is set the intention for the year. And then I focus on these like micro goals that add to the intention, but that also keep me in a place where I'm aligned with my happiness, my peace, and my joy. Keep me in a place where I'm connected to God and to love, and keep me in a place of remembering that the process is the fun of it, right? The process is the enjoyment of it. If we were to hurry up and just accelerate and get to the there, we'd be bored out of our minds. That's real, because the wonder and the magic and the excitement and the surprise and all that comes in the process. So we don't want to minimize the importance of the process. So what we do is we set intentions for the year, and then we come all the way back away from it. We totally back away from it, and we say, what can I do today to kind of chip away at that thing and still hold on to my peace and my joy and my happiness, knowing that whether I achieve that thing or not, I'm still in a place of peace and joy and happiness and love, right? So here's my suggestion. You want to get yourself a handy dandy, super sparkly notebook. Look at this. Isn't this nice? It's so sparkly. I just like doing that. It's so weird. Okay, so you want to get yourself a notebook, and what I like to do is date your page and then write the big dream. Whatever the big dream is, write that at the top of the page. And then I want you to list every single little teeny tiny thing that you can think of that would have to get done to accomplish the big dream, right? What is every single thing you can think of? Write them all down. I don't care how many pages it takes. You write them all down, because then what happens is you get it off of your chest, you get it out of yourself, you put it down on paper. You don't have to do this on paper. You can even do this on your computer, save it to the cloud, put it on a Google Doc, whatever. But you put it all there. And then what you do is you go into your list and you read it and you go, realistically, what can I do today? What's one baby step that I can chip away at today to kind of get something done and get moving in the direction of the thing, whatever the dream or the goal or whatever it is? What can I do today to kind of cross one thing off of the list? So you review your list, and then you say, okay, these two things for sure, I have room and space in my day today, I can do these two things. And then when you do them, you cross them off and you date it. And I always suggest that people cross it off and date it, because something really magical within you happens when you cross something off of a list. Like, I accomplished that, hey, right? And if you want to learn more about celebrating yourself, there's a video for that too. And we celebrate the moment, and we say, look, I did that thing. And it's a teeny, teeny, tiny baby step, but it's a step. And it's a step in the right direction, and that deserves celebration, because progress is progress is progress is progress. And even if you're only moving that needle 1 degree, you move the needle. That's all that matters, right? And you want to really enjoy the process of it. You want to enjoy the progress. You want to allow yourself to celebrate and be excited and have fun in the process. There are some days with some of my lists that I'll read through the list and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be my focus today. And I can knock 10 things off of that list and get 10 things done. And it feels really exciting. Then the next day, my personal life, my, teaching dance and whatever is so much stuff going on. I don't touch that list. But then I'm okay because I said, you know what? A couple of days ago, I knocked 10 things off of that list. And maybe tomorrow I'll knock one thing off of that list. And when I do, celebrate, right? We have to make sure that as we go along, we're doing that for ourselves. So that's my one nugget for you. When you think about the things you want to accomplish before the end of 2018, when you think about your intentions, what would that look like for you? What's every single micro detail you can think of? And then you only focus on today. What can I do from this list today to make one tiny step, to move the needle 1 degree, to make a tiny gain in progress? What can I do today? And if you can't do anything, that's okay too. Be kind to yourself. You'll have an opportunity to come back to that list, right? And it's just something that you can have, you can read, you can review. I also like to, at night before I go to bed, I read through my list and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to set myself up for tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. I'm getting these 3 things done. And then it becomes part of my intentions for the next day and I get those 3 things done. At the end of the night, I feel good. I accomplished the 3 things that I wanted to do. I was still able to live. I didn't make myself crazy with a 27-page list. I didn't say I had to accomplish all this before I can be happy. I enjoyed every moment of it. I celebrated each step as I went along. So as you think about what your plans are for next year, I want you to think about, what is that big dream? What are all the micro steps you would have to take to accomplish that? And then for some people, you might even need like a contingency plan for celebrating. When you accomplish this step, how do you celebrate? I give myself a high five. I do a dance jam. I call my friend and we just scream and yell and hoot and holler on the phone, acting like I just won $1 million, because it should feel like that, right? Every time we move the needle, every time we make progress, we should allow ourselves to feel like that, because in the journey, the process is so much more fun. So that's all I have for you today. It's to help you set your intention for the year, focus on today, and then doing that on micro, teeny, tiny baby steps so that we can really allow ourselves to enjoy the process and to have fun while we're doing it. Because the Bible says that God has given us life to live it to the fullest. Not to the fullest when you accomplish the goal. No, but to the fullest all the time, like every single day. So might as well. So that's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your week and a fantastic, a super sparkly weekend. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.